Walmart stores in Chicago will be closing their doors for good. Ahead of that, people will be out protesting today. The faith community of St. Sabina says it's going to be joined by local lawmakers and other church representatives at the Walmart Supercenter on South Stewart Street. Walmart says the closures are due to those stores costing the company millions in losses.
The stores closing are in Chatham, Kenwood, Lakeview, and Little Village, and one of those just had a major theft as well. 6 TVs were taken right out of the store in Chatham. CPD says a woman got out of a red Buick, SUV, went into the store and grabbed the televisions and left.
You know what, guys? Here's what the problem is. If you tear stuff up, you ain't going to have nice things. You ain't. Again, man, no store is going to stay in an area where they can't make money. If they can't make a profit, they're not going to stay. Why would they? Why should they? Again, man, they are there to make a profit, to do business. Again, they're not there to give stuff away to people. And if a store is leaving an area because of theft, maybe you got to look at your own policies as to why, instead of blaming other people. Instead of blaming the store, how dare you not want to stay in business? You want to stay here and get robbed and get held up and lose money because you got to help us. You got to help the inner cities. You got to help the community that's stealing from you. No, they don't, and they're not going to. You are facing the consequences of your behavior. That is what that is. If you tear stuff up, you ain't going to have nice things.
In just a few days, 4 Walmart stores in Chicago will close their doors.
Disappointing news here for many who rely on the stores in those neighborhoods. NBC5's Sandra Torres joins us live now here with more on the closures and the impact to those who live nearby. Sandra.
Good morning, JC and Michelle. It happened with just days' notice. Walmart had just closed 3 suburban stores earlier this year. Now it's set to close 4 Chicago locations this coming Sunday. And they include the Walmart Supercenter in the Chatham neighborhood, the Kenwood Neighborhood Market on Cottage Grove Avenue, the Lakeview Neighborhood Market, and the Little Village Neighborhood Market on Cermak. Pharmacies at those locations will remain open to serve patients for up to 30 days, but many customers and employees are disappointed that are calling it the move selfish by the corporate giant.
This is our closest Walmart in our area. This is the only big shopping center that we have, and for a lot of elderly people, they rely on this Walmart. A lot of single mothers like me, we rely on this Walmart.
And Walmart officials say the decision to close the stores was based on performance. In a statement, they said in part, the simplest explanation is that collectively our Chicago stores have not been profitable since we opened the first one nearly 17 years ago. Employees will have the opportunity to transfer to other Walmart or Sam's Club locations as well.
We have healthcare deserts. We have food deserts.
Yes, sir.
And we wonder why.
Yes, sir.
Our communities look like they look. That we have violence every single day.
Speak the truth.
It is just not on us. It is on the corporate citizens that come into our community and ravage our community. And Walmart, you should be absolutely ashamed of yourselves. You are the reason that our communities lack the investment that they have. We should not have to go out of our communities to find jobs. We should not have to go out of our communities to get medicine. We should not go out of our communities to be able to shop. We should be able to do all of this in our community.
Right here.
We deserve. We deserve.
And we deserve
to be able to shop.
Yes, sir.
Work. Play.
Yes.
In our own community.
You're going to blame the stores as to why the store is leaving? No, the stores don't want to leave as long as they can operate profitably. But if they can't because of theft, why would they stay? They wouldn't. They wouldn't stay. But again, instead of looking at what the real issue is, the theft, the crime that's going on, instead of looking at the real issue and holding yourself to account, and looking at how can I improve things, You want to blame everyone else. You want to blame the stores. You want to blame whatever. That's the reason why the stores are leaving. The stores are leaving because they can't make a profit. Again, that's why stores are in business, to make a profit. And if they can't make a profit because of crime, because of theft, and they close, maybe you need to look at why. The real reason why. What's going on? Instead of blaming the victim. And again, man, I'm not saying that Walmart's always a victim with things. I mean, of course not. But they're there to make a profit. And if it was a good location for the store to operate, they would. They would stay there. But it's not. It's a high crime area. They're stealing stuff. They're not making a profit. It's probably dangerous. So again, guys, no. But they're not going to hold themselves to account. They're going to blame the store.
Mr. Mayor, this is Vlad. Let me just ask you then, it sounds great on paper, but how do you pay for it? Chicago, as you know, is headed towards a major deficit in 2024. You say you're not going to raise taxes, but you have talked about perhaps other ways of raising money, including property taxes.
Well, so I'm not going to raise property taxes. That's been the lazy form of governance for a very long time in the city of Chicago and, quite frankly, around the country. You know, the words that President Biden indicated in his union address, he said that a teacher and a firefighter should not pay the same tax rate as a millionaire and a billionaire.
So, Mr. Mayor-elect, you're not going to raise property taxes, but you will have to raise taxes?
Well, what we're going to have to do is to find the revenue from individuals who have the means to actually contribute to a safer city. Look, the bottom line is this. We have large corporations. 70% of large corporations in the city of Chicago, in the state of Illinois did not pay a corporate tax. 70% of large corporations in the state of Illinois did not pay a corporate tax. And it's that type of restraint on our budget that has caused the type of disinvestment that has led to poverty. Of course, that has led to violence.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor-elect. Congratulations again on your victory. We appreciate your time.
It taught me, though, was pushing to eliminate sort of the standardization of our public schools. My students sometimes would get frustrated. I didn't offer any test prep. Many of my other colleagues were doing it at the time. I was pushing our administration to move away from that. To be quite frank with you, I didn't issue a lot of homework for students. That was my own way of sort of rebelling against the structure. I don't think I ever gave a kid an F. I don't know how a student sits in front of you and fails. I know some professors may find that, this is slightly.
So we are somehow supposed to believe that the fault of what is going on in the city is, systemic racism or the stores closing or whatever. It's not the people that are running it, the people that are living there. Really? It's not. Again, man, I think people are going to make the same choices, bad choices, as long as they're given stuff, as long as they're not held to account as to why things are being messed up. But as soon as you start holding people to account, they'll start cleaning up their life. They'll start doing better for themselves. The thing is, man, again, if you want to have people, if people are sick and tired of licking trash, they'll clean it up. But until then, they won't. They won't. And if they believe it's the fault of somebody else, they'll blame somebody else for it. That's what they'll do. They'll blame somebody else. They'll yell and scream and whatever. No, the thing is, man, people are responsible for their lives. And man, if people are stealing stuff from stores, robbing stores, whatever, and those stores get up and leave, they're done. Yeah, it's their fault, not the stores. But hey guys, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. You son of a